All right, hey, it's Jens Anderson. I'm here with Kale from Machinima. I guess I'm the guest reporter extraordinaire in the booth here, showing you some PS4 stuff on DCUO.
Yeah, we're really excited to bring the game to the show. We've got a lot of new features this time around. Wow, I'm actually just going to do...
Yeah, wait, it wasn't supposed to be role reversal.
Right. So as you can see back here, we've got Bizarro, who I'm actually playing as. Now, this is the first time, as you said before, that we're actually getting to play as the DC characters on DC Universe Online.
Absolutely. This is from this mission right here that we're seeing on the PS4 was taken from our latest DLC called Origin Crisis. And basically the storyline is future Batman and future Luthor are bringing our launch story to a close. And they're having a war between time and space. And they're plucking origins, like heroes and villains, and changing origins. And it's creating paradox. And so they're running these simulations where you get to step in the shoes of one of these iconic characters to see what would happen if you altered the origin of it.
In this in the 7 update, what range of characters are we going to be playing as that we're familiar with?
Well, as the Conic Anomalies, you can step into the shoes of Bizarro and, of course, Huntress. But mostly in DCUO, you create your own hero and villain. This is the first game that has allowed a player, a fan of the DC Universe, to not just look through a window or maybe play as somebody else, but to actually create your own hero and your own villain that you've been thinking of and dreaming of for a long time, and put your own stamp on the DC Universe. So, players can create their own hero or their own villain, pick a mentor like Superman, Wonder Woman, or Batman, or maybe if you're a villain, Joker, Circe, and Lex Luthor, and you get to go on all kinds of missions through these huge open worlds. We fully realized the city of Metropolis and Gotham City, and we got thousands of players interacting with each other in these cities, fighting crime or causing them actually too. So that's pretty cool.
Kind of a dream job a little over here. You get to create all these stories. And have you worked with anyone close? I mean, obviously you've worked with people closely in DC. Have you worked with old and new?
Yeah, very much so. We, were really involved with DC on the launch of this title. So Jim Lee was our executive creative director at launch, who's like one of the most legendary artists in comics and a really cool guy. Like I just so much enjoy spending time with him. He's very cool, very down to earth. And of course we got Marv Wolfman involved, another legendary icon of the comic industry as far as writing goes, and he helped us fashion a lot of our storyline for DC Universe at launch. And then we've had some new guys. Jeff Johns has obviously been involved, and he's sort of that new blood at DC that's been coming up and developing stories. Not that he's been there recently. He's been there for years and years and years. Like really pioneered all the Green Lantern lore moving forward. He's done a wonderful job with Aquaman in recent days with the New 52 reboot. So we're very involved with DC in creating this project, both at launch and as we go forward and put out more DLCs.
Now, my last question is, as a dev, every dev adds a little special touch to the game that they have. Is there any special touch you can tell us that you added to this, or just something you're really proud of that you did?
Well, yeah, actually, I do a bunch of voices in the game.
I knew it. That's what I was asking. I wasn't gonna ask you outright. Tell me what voices you did.
I'm actually Aquaman in the game, which is really cool. I got to do that, and I wanted to take that on because everybody's such an Aquaman hater. So, I also designed the boss fight for Aquaman and made sure that he was just a true hero and really a badass in this. So.
What's your favorite Aquaman quote that you had to do?
Oh man, you're not gonna get me to do it right now on camera. You can go in and find out. But I really enjoyed doing the summer event we put out for the first time last year, and Aquaman's brother Ocean Master showed up. But I also do the voice for Gorilla Grodd, so the big intelligent ape that's in there, one of the villains. And the last one I do is Tio Maro, who's this kind of mad scientist, and he was a big feature in DLC 6 called Home Turf, which brought player bases where players can make their own Batcave and their own Fortress of Solitude kind of places. So yeah,
did you get to improv some of your lines too?
Absolutely, especially with Tio Maro. I didn't do so much improving with Grodd or Aquaman, but I definitely did a bunch of improv with Tio Maro because he's kind of a crazy comical character, and I had a good time doing it. I definitely drew a lot of inspiration from Will Ferrell's Megamind when I was trying to, do that character. I thought it was perfect. So yeah, I did a bunch of improving when we were in the booth for that one.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you so much.
No
I can't. Someday I'm going to get you to do that voice.
All right, I will.
Off somewhere. Thanks a lot.